Hey everybody, Jim Palmer, the newsletter guru, your dream business coach. As always, I'm committed to helping you build a more profitable business faster. I want to talk to you about the train coming off the tracks, and that's what happens a lot of times when you got a growing, booming business. All of a sudden, you got to start delegating, hiring out, getting people to do things for you. And you know, as an owner-operator who started doing everything, you know, chief cook and bottle washer, you start losing some control. But it is essential to growth, by the way. I'm not telling you not to do that. I mean, that whole thing about letting go and releasing and hiring, training, and empowering a team is still fully in effect. But that is really the danger time when things can go off the track a little bit, because as you start growing and you start needing help and you start having other people be in contact with customers and clients, patients, what have you, that's when things can go a little bad. I was reminded of this, I don't know, about 3 weeks ago. Well, you seem at full alert, aren't you, buddy? Yeah, Mr. Blue here. So I was reminded of this about, not 3 weeks, did I say 3 weeks? 3 days ago, I was reading, there's one night of the week I used to pour through all these magazines. I think I get Inc., Entrepreneur, Fortune, and all these different magazines, and I pour through them. I was reading one story, and it was about Disney, and it was how Disney being sued once again by some group because they feel they're being discriminated against by working at Disney. Now, I don't know how many books have been written about Disney. I think I've read 3 or 4 of them, unless they've changed it. This is what I know Disney's policy to be. They're very strict about how you look, how you dress, how you interact with their customers and or guests, as they call them. But I know this for a fact: when you go to apply, if you want to be considered to be an applicant for a job at Disney, you first, that's a good boy, you first have to go in this room and watch this video, and it completely explains how they work, what you're allowed to wear, what you're not allowed to wear, this thing about facial hair, thing about tattoos, ear piercings, you know, body piercings, it's all in there. And it said and then they make you sign something that says, I've watched this, I understand it, I don't have a problem with it, and I would like to continue with the application process. So way before anybody applies, way before anybody gets a job, come over here and sit down, way before anybody gets a job with Disney, they've already said this. So, but you know, every year somebody says, oh, this is against my rights, I should be able to, you know, tattoo my face and wear chains across my ears and my face and do all these different things, and they just spend a lot of money defending their right to do business. And that really is, I mean, you're not Disney, you're not the size of Disney, but listen, you as the owner and entrepreneur, you have a right to run your business your way. You have a right to give standards of how you want clients to be handled, how fast you want the phone to be answered, how people should be greeted. I mean, you know, even like Chick-fil-A is very good about, you know, it's been our pleasure to serve you. They have a very specific way of talking with people. I mean, you have a right to do that. Now, in my business, I've got, I don't know, Blue, what am I up to, 10 or 11 people? I forget how many VAs I have, but there's mostly 3 to 4 people that will interact with clients or even prospective clients. And before anybody does that, even the first time, they go through about a month's worth of training. They actually have to read most of my books. I used to make them read all, but now with 6, it takes a while. So I make them read about 3 or 4 of my books. They go through a couple of my courses. The Mars training program deals a lot with client retention, customer service. They watch a lot of my videos. They get trained by some of my team members, and Kate, my longtime assistant, she runs my whole client service team. And so before anybody even picks up the phone or talks to anybody or handles anything, they are fully trained as best as I can see possible on how old JP wants people to be treated, which is like royalty, like gold, because I'm one who absolutely believes the only reason we're in business is to satisfy our customers. And a happy customer is a benefit of the type of service you provide and the value you provide. And I think each and every customer interaction you have, there's an expression, customers, the interaction you have with your customers will help determine your success. I take it even to the extreme. I say that the type of service you have with your customers determines your very right to existence, you know. The great Sam Walton said, you know, your customer can fire everybody in the business, from the CEO all the way down to the floor sweeper in the warehouse, simply by deciding to spend their money somewhere else. So I am 100% pro customer service, Mars type of training, right, buddy? You're a good boy. And so anyway, my point is, you have to fully train and you have to then empower your team, your support team, to take care of your clients. It is within your right. Don't take crap from anybody who says, oh, that's not right, blah, blah, blah. It's your business, all right? So when you start growing and you start expanding your team, you have the right to have things done a certain way, you as the owner of that business. So don't let the train come off the tracks. That's my message for this. That's it. That's this episode of Newsletter Guru TV. Keep your train on the tracks, despite little Thomas, what are those stories I read, Nathan, where the train's off the tracks rolling through the fields and the flowers? No, when it's your dream business, you want to keep it on the tracks. All right, until next week, another great episode of Newsletter Guru TV. My name is Jim Palmer. I'm your host. I am committed to helping you build a more profitable business faster. You take good care.